Good evening, Dr. Reagan and Effective Communications class. I am Tommy Burney. This week we're going to talk about how to spin a rifle. First, we would like to welcome all of you to How to Spin a Rifle series. And I thank y'all for being here tonight and participating with me on how to spin a rifle and want to learn how to spin a rifle. Some safety things that we must go over before we start with spinning a rifle. You must understand that it's something that it's safety stuff that you have to use, or safety attire that you have to use, such as gloves, so that your hands won't get splinters and stuff, or won't get blisters into your hands from spinning a rifle. You also need to know the techniques of holding a rifle, which we'll go through that later on in the presentation. Another thing you need to know is how to toss a rifle to keep you from when you're tossing it, so that when it comes down it won't hit you. Those are the three areas that we're going to talk about in tonight's presentation. First area, like I just stated, is safety. Safety, gloves. Gloves that you wear, which I didn't bring one, I forgot it, that you have to wear, is a glove that covers this part of your hand and this side of the glove. It's padded, so that way as you catch the rifle, when it comes down in your hand, it won't leave your hand splintered. But in the glove, as you wear the glove, this part of your fingers is out. So your top part of your fingers are out, but this part of your hand is covered. So they'll be looking like something like that with the glove. That's the main safety feature that you need to know, and you need to know as far as holding the rifle. You hold it straight up and straight parallel. So that way, like I was just saying, as you toss, when you catch, the glove is covered the bone of your hand, and that bone won't hurt as you toss the rifle. The techniques, which is our second part of the presentation that you need to know, is you can do all kind of things with this thing. You can spin it, you can toss it, you can wrap it around you, and you can toss it to the other side. That's different techniques, but you have to understand with using those techniques that as you toss it, if the wind is blowing, the rifle can literally come back and hit you in your face. So anytime that you toss the rifle, you toss out from you, and it'll come back to you in the air. And that's vice versa way that you toss, it'll come back to you. When you spin the rifle, and I'm just going to turn my back for a little while to show you, is you put your hand right on the black tape, and we call that cheat. We call that the place to cheat. And you cheat by you putting your hand right there on it, and you spin, you spin, you spin, you spin, you spin. And every time I spin, my hand is on that tape, and it causes me to catch it in the same spot every time that I do it. Most high school bands, college bands, even some militaries use these. A lot of junior ROTCs use rifles to show off at competitions. And again, you got to know that when the wind is blowing, toss away from you so that when it comes down, it'll come down to you. And that was just a regular 3/4 turn toss that I just did. It wasn't even a full 360. With doing toss, if you ever march Carolina Crown drum corps style, if you march that, you have to get 22 spins in the air with the rifle. If you march high school rifle, and I'm referring to high school band rifle, you have to get 4 turns in the air with it. If you march college band, you have to get 15 spins in the air with it. And you have to know how to do what we call lazy spins. That is that spin. And what you call rifle spins, which is that spin. Whichever way is fine. Some more things that we were saying about this is rifles is very fun, and they're very educated, and they're very fun, and they're very, very fun to play with on the field and at home. When I do lyrical dances, I sometimes use this rifle. And tonight I'm going to show you just a little bit of techniques that you can do as far as with rifle. And I just showed you some, but I'm going to show you some harder stuff as we go on tonight. Okay? And are there any questions before I go any further about the rifle? Okay, to my little girl, Samelia, this is the way you want to spin. You want to come up and hold it. Is it heavy? little heavy. Good. Thank you. Okay, this is some stuff that we do with the rifle on the field. We take and we spin here, we stop it here, we go flat here, you toss there, you toss there, and you spin here. You go behind you there. That's technique. You can take it and go up around your head, down to the front, and back down flat. When you toss the rifle, something that I just accidentally just came back in my head that I strayed away from my notes with. When you toss the rifle, you're supposed to catch it just the way you started. So anytime you toss, you're literally supposed to catch it back like this. That is the fun part of dealing with rifles and sabers and all of that. Is there any questions, again, concerning rifle use or any concerns that you want to do? Well, I do thank you for your time tonight and listening to the techniques of dealing with rifles. Thank you.